This is Bailey right here with a little show we like to call Sports Hype. Here with Sebastian Frazier, Brandon Collins, Zach Layton. We're here to analyze the NBA draft for you. You guys know there are top picks such as Karl Anthony Towns, Jahlil Okafor, D'Angelo Russell, etc.
We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off from the NBA draft. What does everybody think? Who does everybody think the first pick's going to go to?
I'm believing in Karl Anthony Towns. I think Minnesota needs a versatile power forward / center, one who can play defense, score, and all the other good stuff.
And me personally, I got to say Karl Anthony Towns is going first. They need a big man. He's going to block shots. He's proved some post game, and I think he can utilize that and get better because he's very strong.
I agree. I think Towns. Personally, I think Okafor will be a better player, but Towns is a better fit with a bigger
But this is just our best guess here. We don't know. None of us know.
Anything can happen on draft night, man. This is draft night.
Draft night.
Basketball
One
fans
thing's for
picks
sure.
out of the
One
East.
thing's for sure. The Knicks will screw things up.
The Knicks will find a way to mess this up. That's for sure.
I just don't believe they will. I
Every-
believe
What, you
they
believe
will
in
make
Phil
a
Jackson?
perfect pick.
You believe in Phil Jackson?
Phil Jackson will be one day the greatest.
Mister, I
Executive.
won 17 games, and I give myself an A+.
But I also believe that we can expect some curveballs thrown in here on this draft. Nothing is guaranteed. Hell, Jahlil Okafor can be taking pick 30.
Hey, you
Well,
never
I
know.
also, on the mock draft we just seen a couple minutes ago, he's dropped fourth.
Drop it forward.
Yes,
He's on the fourth for the Knicks.
he goes
Knicks.
Towns, Russell, and Moutier actually just popped up
Yes.
on the 3.
How do you guys feel about Moutier? What do you guys think about his game?
Can't shoot.
He's got tremendous upside. He could easily end up being the most talented player out of this draft.
You know, I actually had comparisons for a lot of players. My comparison is actually John Wall.
John Wall's good comparison.
John Wall's an excellent comparison. His
Uh,
game is so much similar.
Struggled with his jump shot when he came in. You know, he's making strides with it. But Moutier, I mean, he also was a terrible free throw shooter. It's not.
See, the reason why I think that's a good comparison is because neither of them are very good shooters. They both are terrific playmakers, and they run the floor better than any guards we've seen the past while. Honestly,
Yeah. But I mean, it's hard to do with flow games in China. You know, it's hard to actually analyze it.
what do y'all think about those Chris Tapps just coming up in the draft like it's nothing?
It's the mystery game.
Mystery. Nobody knows where he's gonna go.
He's probably the dark horse. I got to believe in him. He's got a
He could
soft
be-
touch from outside.
He can be the best player in the draft, or if he can play both. If he can take point,
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
But a lot of players that come from overseas have failed to turn out because of the. I don't know what makes it happen. Honestly, I just know they fail to turn out. It feels like.
Eugene Leon is a previous example for the Wizards when he got drafted third, and their games actually are really similar.
Agreed. Justice Winslow. I like his game. He plays strong, aggressive, plays terrific defense. I just don't really like his three-point shot very well.
I like Justice Winslow. I just hope he don't go to the Magic. I think it's a bad fit.
I think
They already don't have enough shooters, and if you throw Winslow into that lineup with Paul Depot and Tate, it's just.
Maybe that's why they just run in transition the entire game.
Running gun. Running
If you
gun.
just run
But
in
if you look in
transition,
the
with that team,
NBA,
they can
if you
win.
look in the NBA though, now 3-point shooting is more important.
Yeah, I mean our previous NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, were one of the best shooting teams we've ever seen, probably.
Yeah.
So,
I think I don't want to watch out for that during the draft too. Over in the big names like lottery picks, big men, how will they be evaluated? Because big men ain't available today as.
yeah.
And this is the first draft where you can actually.
it's hard to find big men. It's hard to find big men with offensive talent. We'll say that. We always find these athletic big men with defense, but we can't find any with offensive talent. So now here's Jahlil Okafor, Karl Anthony Towns with the potential to put points up.
Speaking of big men with defense, what's your all's thoughts on Willie Cauley-Stein? Where he might end up?
That's the biggest toss. I think that's the biggest toss up in the draft.
On my mock draft, I have him, I believe.
I've seen him between 6 and 15 in this draft. So
I think he'll slide.
Think he'll slide how low?
I think he'll slide between the ranges of 11 to 16.
I have him going 11 to the places. I looked at a mock draft from SI yesterday, and they actually had him going for his son.
The Pacers would be a great fit for him.
And Larry Bird actually called him $1 million player, which I don't agree with that.
How can you say that?
Yeah, I don't agree. He's terrible.
I think the Pacers actually are going to select Miles Turner. There's been a lot of reports that Miles Turner has been in Indianapolis many more times than one.
There's questions about his health. No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows how it's going to turn out. So
I think he will be a great player. His rebounding skills are arguably the best in the draft. So
you could argue
gotta
that.
give him that.
You could argue that.
He's got tremendous upside. He could be a very good player. And let's face it, the Pacers need a big man that's going to put up some kind of work because Roy Hibbert had his years, and it looks like we've seen it again. Looks like we've seen the best of him.
Plus, with David West opting out of his contract, he looks like he's going to be gone, trying to chase a ring.
Where's it? What's the rumors of where he's going?
There's been none really besides the Heat with a good rumor.
I mean, he's 35 now, and last year was about here.
He's not very wanted. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, he'll find a home. I don't even know if he'll be the starting lineup kind of here.
He's not
He can be,
a
you can bring him off the bench, and that would help a lot on him.
He can bring some offense off the bench.
Great,
That little mid-range
great
jumper.
bench piece.
He
Great.
could be a great bench piece. He's got that little mid-range jumper he stretches.
Honestly, he brings veteran leadership. I mean, it'd be good for him to go to a young squad. It
It's
could help.
tough.
It could help
You
him
have to think about that
tremendously.
middle, he's tough, he doesn't like that.
Very tough player. Very tough.
Young squad could really benefit from.
The draft is actually on, and first pick should be in about 10 minutes.
Don't worry, we'll be announcing when the first pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves, are on the clock. So, and we'll be talking about what we think is going to happen with that. But who do you guys got going number 2? Who do you think the Los Angeles Lakers are going to take? They have so many possibilities, so many rumors, so many options. I mean,
Well, honestly,
we've heard the D'Angelo Russell, the Jaleel. We've heard everything. We've heard
Honestly,
everything.
Andrew
Yet.
Porzingis sitting there.
the Los Angeles Lakers are going to select whichever big man's not taken. Karl Anthony Towns, Jaleel.
I agree.
They're going to take either one.
I think that should be the pick, but I honestly think they will pick D'Angelo Russell. There's been rumors going around that saying that he has already been told by the Lakers that he's going to be selected number 2. So
You know what makes this draft even crazier? This is the first time the Lakers and Knicks have been in the top 5 picks since 1978.
it shows how good their franchises really are. Honestly,
Great organization.
It's a historic franchise. It's a historic draft.
I wouldn't really say the Knicks, but they're a great franchise. But
The Knicks have been probably the biggest, most disappointing franchise, but the best franchise, we can also say. Because they had their golden years, then they had their absolutely terrible years.
then they had
And now they have
20
this.
years, like last few years in the playoffs, they made it. But,
So, when are they going to be back to good, do you think? When are we going to see a Knicks team in the playoffs again? Because obviously, last season we saw our first ever playoffs, and I don't know, was it of all time that the Knicks, Celtics, and Lakers were none in the playoffs?
well, the Celtics made the playoffs.
The season before last, I apologize.
Yeah, I think that was the first season that neither one of them 3 had made it.
Because I know there was a lot of things said about it.
I think for the Knicks, it's going to be a long time.
See?
Phil Jackson, he's I
A
don't
healthy,
know what
mellow,
he's
one
doing.
good player can change all of it.
In the Eastern Conference, I believe with this draft and maybe a good free agency in the next couple of weeks,
I think free agency is the biggest thing for them right now.
I believe here in the next 2 years we'll see them back in the playoffs.
How many years?
The next 2 years.
Phil Jackson's a genius. He'll find talent.
They
Let's
might-
face it, he's the greatest
Unless
coach
they
of all
get
time.
free
Now he's known.
agents, I agree. If they get free agents, I agree. If not,
Well, they have a very, very young head coach, and really, I mean, he could develop pretty quick, or at the same time, really could. So, so we never know.
you can't say you can't really blame it on the young coach. Well,
Yeah, I agree.
Steve Kerr, I mean, I don't know first year, David Blatt, his first year, but he's head coach. What, 30, 25 years ago? He made it to the finals, so he's not really a new coach. But
Rookie coaches are taking over the league, you could say.
Yeah.
Because the only old coaches that we see still doing work seem to be Greg Popovich and Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Because Tom Thibodeau's out of a job.
not wrong.
Well, he may not be getting picked up.
I personally think the Bulls have literally
The Bulls are
they
sabotaging him.
screwed him over.
Yeah,
They screwed him over.
I mean,
They
what
have
was it?
ways
He had
they should have done him.
sixth best win percentage in NBA history for how many games? 400 or something.
Yeah.
So, whatever it was.
They had literally no reason to do him the way they did. and it's just honestly ridiculous and very unprofessional the way they're doing him right now.
Especially how they waited before they knew they was gonna fire him, and they wanted to wait even longer just so he could finally retire.
Yeah.
Questions there, Rose Hill, of course.
Will he ever play another 70-game season?
Yeah, that's a huge
Jimmy
question.
Butler was triple free agent. There's a lot of fans going on boards out there.
But Jimmy Butler's newfound 20 points per game, and we could see.
How
Can we
much?
see that again to help them?
How
Even though
much?
they're losing,
It's really how much our boards willing to pay Jimmy Butler. They can match any offer sent.
I think he wants a lot of money, but we found that he will not play both sides of the ball. When he was one of the arguably the best perimeter defender in the league, we saw that he was only putting up 8 points. Now he puts up 20, and his defensive efficiency has fell very far.
Yeah, I agree.
So he's both sides of the ball playing, and we've seen it drop.
But his role has, you gotta admit, his role has expanded.
Very
So
much
it's
so.
his first year that he's had to do both, and it's tough to adjust when that happens.
And you really seen the way in the playoffs, the series against LeBron James, he played both sides of the ball
Yeah, he
very
did.
well. Both sides.
Yeah, he did.
LeBron shot not very LeBron-like percentages that we used to see him, all because of Jimmy Butler.
And you gotta ask also Mike Dunleavy when we're starting small forward. He's 35 now. He's a free agent. Will he come back? Will he retire? I mean, there's a lot of questions going on with him.
So many questions in this entire draft.
Well,
I mean, he's not a deal breaker, but he helped definitely in a playoff run.
Well, if Doug McDermott would stay healthy, then they would have a quality starting small forward, but they would need a backup.
He'll put
So
up
that'd be
points.
Andrews. Yeah.
He will put points.
And
in. He's
also,
Doug
with
McBuckets.
these questions, as the teams are drafting out, we actually have the depth charts and free agents and stuff, so that'll help as we go.
All right, guys, let's talk about probably the most intriguing player in the draft. Talk about what you see in him, Jahlil Okafor. He's obviously probably the most intriguing player in the draft.
He's the
Everybody loves him.
He's the most polished offensive player I've seen.
What I think about Jahlil Okafor, offensively, there's not a better big man in the draft. He can take any one of the posts and practically do whatever he pleases.
Well,
But on the defensive side of the ball, he's probably one of the weakest
well, I don't want
big
to.
men in the draft on the
No, I
defensive
don't
side of the
want to
ball.
say his per game stats because I don't believe in that in college. I think you should listen per 40 for college, but his per 40 stats are 23 points, 2 blocks actually. Like he's not a terrible defender. Then pick and roll more than anything he is. He has to
His
learn how
pick
to
and roll defense is
And
awesome.
that's what NBA consists of mostly.
Yeah,
Pick and
but
roll
as far as
offenses.
somebody comes
You know?
driving to him or anything like that, he can actually block the shot. He can't jump, but he's strong.
He's got good timing.
He's so strong though. He just waits and lets you run into him and lets you make your own
He is
shot.
just very raw defensively.
He,
and has a lot to learn.
he gets 11 rebounds per 40, and he stays out of foul trouble. He averaged per 40 less than 3 fouls, and if you compare it to Karl Anthony Towns, he averaged 5.6.
See, you can say that Karl Anthony Towns is being more aggressive because they did platoon. They were all allowed to be aggressive. Maybe that's not the way he actually played, but just for that team, he was allowed to play that way.
But that's still back in 7 minutes he played.
Well, see, he had a different mindset going into every game. Like he's allowed to play as aggressive as possible because he had 2 big men on the bench that could come in and play quality time.
I'm pretty sure he fouled out. I'm not sure.
A
I think it was
very high
7
number. He
times.
averaged-
7 games he fouled out.
Jahlil Okafor never fouled out in his time, dude. Never. Throughout every single game that he played in a Duke uniform, he never
So-
fouled out.
In a way, I feel like I think it was over. I mean, obviously he needs to work on defense, but him and Towns are completely different defenders. Towns will actually go out and he don't mind that. Okafor likes to stay at the rim. He stays at bay.
I just don't like that type of defense.
We just have 2 opposite players here. Karl Anthony Towns. Do you want to go defense or do you go offense to Jahlil Okafor? Do you need somebody that's going to put points on the board or do you need somebody that's going to block a shot? Because it's really whatever you want. There's not a bad pick out of those 2. You know, whoever, it's just what you prefer. I say as Minnesota, though, you go Karl Anthony Towns. You have a young Andrew Wiggins who, let's face it, we all see him being a superstar in the next 3 years.
Yeah, I think Tatum made a mistake making that trade. I'm a Cleveland fan.
So I mean, it's a very intriguing draft because Minnesota really controls a lot of destiny for a lot of teams. The top 5 is all depending on Minnesota alone.
And Minnesota could go so many different ways because they could go a guard simply because of Ricky Rubio's health, and they need another guard. But it'd be more intriguing to go down low with the center.
I gotta say, go center. Nikolai Pekovic, he's getting older. at least Ricky Rubio's young. You got to give him one more year. Because let's face it, Minnesota Timberwolves probably still aren't going to be too hot next season.
They're going to be right up back here in this lottery with the pick.
Probably.
Well, it'll
probably.
be more. I think it'll be maybe the 11th best record, maybe 12th best record in the conference. They won't be at
I
last.
say 12. I say 12.
I don't know. It's in the West. Minnesota Timberwolves are going to struggle in the West. They're in a tough division. I mean, it's not going to be cake for them.
But here's the thing, Portland, you gotta think Portland's gonna drop. You gotta
Portland's
worry out.
losing a lot of talent, and their health
They
issues
traded
are
Nicholas
big.
Batum.